Hey guys, this is my Bolt.new Hackathon project. It is BlockSign Trade. It is a blockchain e-signature service, as well as a way for people to list their trade deals and also to list contracts that people peer to peer can engage in with each other. This is basically to help with the paperwork that a lot of people or businesses would have to deal with when they're just simply trying to sell or buy goods and services from people, whether you are international or intra-trade deals or just community peer-to-peer. This is a way that people can just build trust through contracts, and I'll just walk through this a little bit. Um, you can browse the marketplace, which you will see different trade deals. You can see the accounts from Algorand or Para wallets, you can say, that submitted the listing. So that will show here. Let's go ahead and look at one of these. As you can see here, it will show the listed wallet that submitted this list, that owns this listing. If you're not signed in, you would have to sign up for an account to interact with this. And as you can see, just something simple here. And I'll just show you a few more. Same thing. Here's the wallet ID. So now let's say we want to create a listing, we would have to sign in. So let's go ahead and sign in. Now, when you come to the dashboard, you'll see the listings you'll have, contracts, because you could submit a listing or a contract to be on the blockchain, your wallet connection. You'll have a workspace, so every time you create a listing, you would automatically get a workspace created for you. And this workspace is for engaging with one other or multiple other signers for your contract deal. In here, you I would have to connect my wallet, so I'll connect that in a moment. You can see and oh, sorry, just go back to this. The wallet is not connected, but you need to have the wallet connected because, again, when you're working with someone with a smart contract or a listing, it is on the blockchain. So it requires that you be signed in with your wallet so that that activity is tracked on the blockchain. Here's the listings for someone who is listing. So as you see, here's some listings. You have the ability to share on Facebook. The images will work on, but you can share it on Facebook, for example. You can edit your listings. And again, because it is the blockchain, it will submit an updated or new, contract. So it won't be the same one, just to, again, show the immutability and trust using Algorand or just a blockchain in general should be like that. And then just viewing the listing, you could view your own listing. And as you see here, compared to someone not signed in, but someone is signed in, you can see that you do not have the same take action buttons. However, let's go back to the marketplace. And since that is the listing of the person that's managing that listing, let's look at a listing that's not by this account. And as you see here, um, if you do not own that listing, you will still get the ability to share it, so we're always about sharing, and then you can connect to your wallet here. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm just going to walk through a few more pages here. You have your contracts page. It's just basic contracts. So you can create a new contract where you can have the AI assistant help you to develop that contract. You also have the option to pick a template. So there are some defined templates that you can choose from. So let's pick consulting services, for example, and you'll just fill in party A, party B's information and continue through the service, and I'll show you that once we get there. And then you can just create a manual one. So again, you can just create your own or just use kind of what's here. And again, this has all been built with Bolt, so some things that are maybe not as streamlined as I'm explaining them probably worked before I came here, but I mean, before I got to this point, to this presentation, but at least you know that, this usually should be blank and, someone could just fill it in or whatnot. And again, you'll just fill in your information, but I'll show that in a moment. There's a few more things I want to show you. You can connect to your wallet here, but before I connect to the wallet, last but not least is the ledger page. So I have my own public contract ledger just to show the contracts and NFTs for this platform. But again, you can definitely go to view them. The goal is for you to anyone to come here, click and verify, and it takes them to a block explorer if they need to. But as you see here, you can come and look at the IPFS information for that contract, signatures. So again, when someone lists a trade deal or trade offer, they would go into the workspace, and 2 signatures would be required in order for it to even mint as an NFT. So those are some of the uh, processes in place, or the workflow is in place, that it's not yet on the blockchain, but you can also, get the storage and it's signed by you because you submitted it as far as the creator's wallet. But the signatures, because this allows, each person in that workspace to take a look at the contract here. And as you see, that contract will just um, populate here for the users to, look at and then sign for themselves. Um, so let's just go back to the dashboard, and let's go ahead and connect the wallet. Not the best UI. I had a better one, but I had to fix some things as I just joined this about 5 days ago, or not 5 days ago, on the 25th. So 5 days ago, yeah, you can say that since today's the 30th. But I'm going to go ahead and connect my test net Para wallet for the account that I'm currently signed into. And as you see, I am signed in, so if this changes, you can click this. Again, the UI can definitely be a little bit better, but you can see you can disconnect or reconnect. You see the available algo as well, the test algo that I have. You can see the account is now connected up here. Let's go back to the overview, the main section, the main dashboard, and you can also see the wallet is now connected here as well. And then let's go back to the marketplace. So you can see that, again, if it was a listing, my own listing, which let's just take this account matches the account that we have. So I can still manage it here, right? But if it's not my listing, so for example, I'm going to go here again, you can see that I still have that share on Facebook. There's nothing else really changed here. It's the same thing. But now you see that I can create an offer, which will take me right into the contract to say, okay, I want to create a consulting service agreement, and click through, and I'll just put John Doe, and I'll just give it a at least and an email. Let's put it. We're going to put the email of this account, and I'm going to use the email of the other account that's tied to this, which we'll see. But as you see, I need my wallet address as well. Let me get that and put that in here, actually. So just bear with me for a moment as I get my wallet address. And I'm gonna connect that here. Let me add that there. I would say I would require that, but it's good to have it on there. And you can again pre-fill these other areas, but I'm just get the main ones here. And Jane Doe. I'm just putting anything in here. Let's make this international trade, or yeah, let's do Kenya. We'll just do that, and then we'll just put here the address of the account that is also using this platform, and then we're also going to do the address of that account. So just bear with me and let me get that set up. Let me just grab my address actually. Okay. I've been using this for a little while, so don't mind it. And then at the end, again, I have Stripe enabled, so it's in test right now, but this would take the payment that you would pay to Stripe, and then after that, it will, um, and this is just a mock, just showing you a mock draft of it. But as you see at the end, it's a review and create. Would be like a preview section, and just kind of telling you about that. It will then be created. As you see, the contract is created, and it's here. It will also show up here. Um, it would also be in your contract section. So now let's look at the contracts from a workspace perspective. As you see here, this is the contract that I am going into agreement with from this account to the other account. And I'm going to look to sign it. And this is what it will look like when you're going into signing it. As you see here, it's a multi-sig process. So I look to use the multi-signature Algorand contracts. I think it's like ARC-3. I'm not as used to Algorand as I am to Ethereum, but it's also been probably about over a good year that I've kind of touched development. But this would probably get me right back into it. But here's the contract again that would display. As you see, I picked the professional consulting services agreement here. Here's the information that I had put in through that walkthrough. So again, both parties should be able to see this. And then this person would sign the contract. Again, this is definitely not as great. I'm still figuring out Algorand. Again, I just joined 5 days ago, but this would complete the signing of the contract. I was using my own cryptography type system, which I can sign it, but again, I want to use Algorand. So that would be one of the only parts. But again, it's just to show you kind of what it looks like. These two are the same, so it's just a matter of fixing or getting Bolt to fix those things to not appear like that. But as you see here, you have the ledger again, you have the two creators, you have the verification page again, so anyone can come here and see the contract, see who signed it. And let me just go back to the dashboard, and I don't think I can sign. Yeah, it's just not going to let me sign, unfortunately. But I was hoping I can get that done before it was time to submit my project, because I had to pretty much try to figure out Bolt in a matter of days, and I wasn't able to get the algo kit. But this is at least a good start for anyone who wants to use a platform similar to this. And here's the workspace. So again, if someone is submitting a contract, you, the person who has the listing, would have this workspace here, and the point is to invite someone into this workspace. But again, some of this is mock data. You can add a task here as well for someone to do, but it is to automatically provide the task. Well, this is to provide the task for people within the workspace. However, outside of the workspace, you'll just see that there's actions required, and it'll just show you draft or signature required depending on how Bolt updates this. But I will work with Bolt further, but you can just kind of see um, what that workspace looks like. So let me just go back to it. And again, those workspaces are created when you submit a listing, so they're automatically just waiting for someone to, take action on them. You can, upload documents or whatever. So, that'll be here. You have, these are just related contracts. However, this is to be only the contract that someone submitted for this. Um, and as you see, it's not this one. So, you know, it's just working with both. But I don't have a lot of tokens like that to get it to where I want to. But at least it's a good MVP starting out. There's definitely more. This is just an MVP where I'm just trying to show you the basics of e-signature, minting NFTs, submitting a contract or a listing. And it'd be the same like, we're doing early Ethereum and blockchain or just NFTs, but this is just a different idea when we're talking about NFTs being used for real world use cases. For example, just simple trade deals and contracts where they can be signed. And then even these can be tokenized or whatever, or just a contract that someone can take advantage of. And, same thing, just tokenize it at some point. But yeah, other than that, this is my project. I hope you guys liked it, and thank you.